Welcome to Art for Film's Sake. I'm Stephen Reed, and this is Psycho by Kevin Tong. There are some moments in film that are so overwhelming they can make it seem like the rest of the story didn't happen. Seared into your mind with such intensity, everything you see either side of it is edited out of your memory. It's as if your brain can't process the whole film. Just that skillfully crafted scene. A jump cut here, a cutaway there, a magical dissolve, all fusing to your synapses. The shower scene in Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho is hardly an obscure moment in film history that needs prizing out into the light. Its impact on filmmaking is undeniable. There was cinema before it and cinema after it. So, as an artist tasked with creating a poster for such a landmark film, you have a big decision to make. Avoid the shower scene altogether because it's just too bloody obvious, or you go for it and use it to create the same impact on paper as it did on celluloid. Kevin Tong has absolutely gone for it. Here is a film poster that once you've seen it, cannot be unseen. You can't simply press delete and wipe it from your memory. In the end, there's only one test that matters. You come into the room, you fix it in your sights. Does it or does it not attack you in the guts? It does. Does your heart jump? Do your eyes widen? Does your pulse race? Do your feet get a bad attack of lead boots? You're so struck down by it? They do. And yet, there's an overwhelming urge to look away. Your instinct is telling you something's not right here. Something terrible is happening. But you can't look away. When confronted with trauma, it's our eyes that betray us, forcing us to look, wide open, exposed to every detail. It's our brain that comes to the rescue. Defense protocols kick in, scrambling the imagery before us, an attempt to soften the blow, to make us forget, editing out the horror. And I think that's what we're looking at here. Tong is showing us slices of information, a few fragments of a brutal act. And it works whether you've seen the actual scene or not. If you have, it's like looking at a storyboard. Your memories of the sequence laid out for you. Marion in the shower, her calm face, that murderous hand and knife, her raised arm reaching out in vain, blood draining down the plug hole, the last flickers of life in that eyeball. And if for some inexplicable reason you haven't seen Psycho, this poster still grabs you. You are forced to make sense of those jarring slices. Pushed to piece it all together, knowing you won't like what you find. And although we're witnessing a spontaneous violent assault here, it's one that's been painstakingly put together. Hitchcock used 78 setups to film it, and 52 cuts for a scene that lasts just 45 seconds. My assumption is that Tong went through a similar exhaustive process to create this poster. How many sketches did it take to work out how many slices to use and exactly what to put in each of them? Whatever the number, it was absolutely worth it. Hitchcock deliberately chose to shoot Psycho in black and white, despite the explosion of Technicolor in film at the time. He felt it would make the film more eerie and ominous, and less gory. So, does Tong's decision to use red here dilute the raw power of this piece? On the contrary. For me, it adds a visual punch to the colour palette. The combination of black, white, greys and red holds it all together brilliantly. And the way those titles and credits have been incorporated into the overall design is excellent. We really are looking at the work of an artist who's really thought about what he wants to achieve. Just like filmmakers want to make great scenes, poster designers want to make great posters. But you can't do that by design. Something can only be great in retrospect. In the case of Psycho, the curtain keeps on being pulled on that famous shower killing. But even now, however exhaustively we analyse it, the scene retains its awful voyeuristic fascination and repulsiveness. And just like this powerful poster, we simply cannot wash it out of our memories.